Here we go. All right. This week review is my turn. I'm in charge. And since Bill brought up the Workaholics movie last week, I was thinking about doing this Workaholics episode for a while, and it seems like the perfect time to talk about the wrestling connection with Workaholics, which is much deeper than just these 3 episodes. But I thought these were the 3 most fun wrestling episodes that they did. Even though the first one is just juggalos, it doesn't really have anything to do with wrestling. But
The juggalos,
close enough
with the jugs.
Close enough. So I want to start by talking about the show itself. I feel like I heard about this show through you, Mike. I think you told us about it.
I remember watching it from the beginning. Because I think it may have been on after something like South Park or something. And then
it debuted in 2011.
Or maybe not. I remember watching it on Netflix. I picked it up on Netflix, I feel like.
Maybe it was season 2 then I started watching it. One of the first ones I remember is this Juggalos episode, though.
Yeah, I remember loving the Juggalo episode.
Yeah, Bill, because you didn't have Comedy Central at the time,
no, so I don't know. It was on something. I was watching them. I don't know if it was Hulu or if it was on.
It was Netflix. It was definitely Netflix.
Okay, so you must have told us about it, and then it was like season 2 was starting or something.
Probably.
Because I became obsessed with this show. I thought the show was one of the funniest shows for a long time, and it actually is like a golden era of Comedy Central, which is now awful.
Yeah, is that an icon?
You think about the 2011, 12, 13 era of Comedy Central. They had Kroll Show. They had this. Good. They had what else did they have on there? There was a bunch of other stuff. Just Nathan For You.
Oh,
which is great.
That show is so spectacular.
There were some other great shows on.
Watch Nathan For You, Bill. It's good. God. I don't know, it's kind of like cringy, but it's just this guy making people look like assholes. It's just the fucking best.
I feel like I'll hate him, but okay.
It's so
no, good. I think you would like him because he like shits on people. It's fun.
It's so fun.
What's the one with the 2 girls who live in Brooklyn? That show is really good too. Can't remember the name of that.
Oh my God, Alana Glazer and
yes.
What is it?
I forget. Can't remember the name.
Oh man, I'm completely blanking.
Gotta look it up. Anyway, a golden era for Comedy Central. I remember watching this. I think I watched it close to the end. I almost never missed an episode. That's how much I was into Workaholics. Back when I had a DVR. Don't have that anymore. So this first episode is the one that I remember watching first. The Juggalos episode. I may have skipped right to the Juggalos episode. Workaholics is about the 3 guys who are in the last movie, Durs, Blake, and Adam, who work at a telemarketing firm called TeleAmericorp. And this episode is about how they go to like a young professionals mixer so they can like get sales leads basically.
Or love connections.
Right. They're not interested in sales. Most of them are not interested in sales leads. Most of them they want revenge or love connection. So early on, we see Durs, who reminds me of Booty. I don't know why.
Really?
Yes, he does. I don't know why. Just maybe he wants to get like as many business cards as possible, stuff like that. Those are things that I think Booty would do, but our buddy Booty. But so he's been outed as a rap artist. His home video of him as a rap artist is being played in the lunchroom for everybody to see, and he's pissed off. And then maybe one of the best, like some of these side characters are so good.
Oh yeah,
Montez comes in.
Oh, so good.
And he talks about how he's in a good mood because he got up at 5:30 this morning, laid the tarp out, and then laid the wood.
Yes. So
funny. Which is hilarious. The plot of the first part of the show, or the first part of this episode, is the guys don't want Jillian, who is the other young person that works in the office, to go to.
The best part of the show.
She's so good, so funny,
so good,
so funny. They don't want her to go to the young professionals thing because they're gonna ruin. She's gonna ruin it for them, for all their plans or whatever. Which Durs is trying to get business cards. Adam is trying to hook up with a girl he hooked up with last year at the Young Professionals. And Blake is trying to get revenge on a guy in a wheelchair.
Yeah.
Who bullied him into crying. And they don't want Jillian there to mess up their plans. So it's probably the first time I ever heard about online dating. They set up an online dating profile for Jillian because she wants to get a date out of this, or a husband. What does she say? Like a husband who I can hold and live for the rest of my life and have a love connection.
Every minute of every day for the rest of my life.
Hanging with every minute for every day for the rest of my life. So they make a profile for her, which is hilarious because some of the things they put in there for her, like face attributes down, or whatever.
Face down, ass up. That's the way we like to camp.
The name of the website crack me up. It's called My Deep Desire. And they put her on there and they get a match almost right away of some
and her
dude
picture is in like clown paint.
Yeah. Some weird dude. And they just immediately set this thing up. We're at the Young Professionals. Now we're at the young Jillian agrees to go on the date, and the guys go to the Young Professionals thing without her. Like they planned. It's not going well. Durs is not able to get any business cards because everybody's pissed off at him from last year where he took all the business cards and called them 30 times a piece to try to sell them whatever product. I forget what the product is for TeleMericorp.
It's like a call center.
Yeah, it's a call center that like anything can be sold. Like I forget how those work.
Yeah, he was calling them to say like we want to make calls for you, basically.
Oh, okay. I see now. All right, so they're all pissed off at him. Those guys are all pissed off at Durs because he abused the business cards last year. Adam, he goes to the girl. She doesn't remember him. Megan, she does not remember him. And he's striking out. Blake gets clowned on by the dude in the wheelchair like almost immediately. Yeah, and he's got no comebacks. So they're doing very poorly, and they get a call from Jillian, who needs their help immediately, and they have to leave, which is where the Juggalo thing comes in, because they have to go to a Juggalo festival or whatever it is to rescue her.
A concert, an ICP concert.
We never see ICP. We see their cardboard cutouts, but we never see ICP. So they get there and they got to split up and they got to search for Jillian. And each one runs into a bunch of different weird things, which is a very funny quote from Durs where he says to Blake, you need to focus. I know the smell of weird gets your balls tingly, but put blinders on and find Jillian.
Yep. Blake's like little story was my favorite part when he's wandering around.
Adam meets up with, I forget her name, Rebel Wilson, the actress Rebel Wilson, which is funny because they're both in Pitch Perfect together. Mm-hmm. And she's a full-on juggalo, and she keeps making fun of him for being sheep and wearing a suit and all this stuff. And she's going to become the love connection for him. Like he couldn't make the love connection at Young Professionals, so he's gonna become involved with Rebel Wilson.
Because she basically says like, you can just come play with my booze. Yeah,
and he's all about that. Durs needs a soda, and he's all pissed off. He's like, I just need a drink. Like I forget the soda. But he's all pissed off, and he meets a dude who's another salesman, who I forget what he sells.
And he wants none of the Faygo.
Right. He doesn't want Faygo.
Because he doesn't know what Faygo is.
Have you guys ever had Faygo?
Yes.
No.
I don't think I have.
I didn't think it was real. I thought it was fake.
Yeah, that's real. It's not bad. Like soda's one of my deadly sins because I love soda so fucking much. And like something like so where it's like strawberry pixie dust shit. Like it tastes so good to me. It's not like the best. Like it's fine. I've had Faygo.
All right. So he's looking for drinks. Blake is loving it. He's having the best time ever because, as we said, he loves weird stuff. Yeah. And he meets a dude who wants him to hit him in the face with a street sign.
I love it. I'm really going to do it.
Are you sure? Like a speed limit sign. He's like, yeah, hit me in the face. Okay. He wallops this dude.
Two girls try to get him to join mud wrestling, and he like, I can't.
I really want to. Adam and Rebel are talking, and he says that I'm a lat guy. I need a good nickname. She's like, I'm gonna give you a nickname, Sugar Bear. And he's like, no, don't call me Sugar Bear. She's like, no, I'm gonna call you Sugar Bear. Like, okay, I guess I'm Sugar Bear now. Durs meets the other sales guy. They exchange cards, so he's finally exchanged cards with somebody, and the other guy
has like a family and stuff too.
Yeah, he's got his whole family there because he sells whatever his product, or it's axes, right?
Yeah, hatchets.
He sells hatchets to the Juggalos so they can have the hatchet throwing contest. And his wife is there, and the babies are there, and he says to Durs, "Well, I like the cut of your jib." Like both goofy white man salesmen, they become friends. Durs talks about how he wants to rap. He is trying to be a rapper. And we'll see that come to fruition later. Jillian is now full drunk when Blake finds her. She's drunk and fully on board with being a juggalo. She's painted. She's like, "Why are you here, Blake?" It's like, you called and said to rescue. Oh, no, I'm fine. And Blake gets in a fight with the guy. I forget the guy's name. And the dude throws him off the top of an RV. And he lands in the grass.
Like breaks his leg.
Yeah. He gets hurt, so now he's in a wheelchair. Durs, Adam, and Blake are all painted now. They all have juggalo paint. And Durs ends up rapping. And they decide that they're going to go back to the mixer with their new juggalo friends.
Oh, yes.
When Blake falls, he says, "I just want to go home, drink box wine, and jerk off." So they go back to the mixer. They're going to get their revenge. Blake says, "Much like buttholes, families are tight." So they keep going back to this tight butthole. You're being a tight butthole right now. Tight buttholes are like families. Yeah, so the juggalos basically come in and fuck everything up, and they're crazy. And then at the end, the three guys and Jillian leave, and they go, "Oh, yeah, we were right all along. Juggalos are diarrhea people. Let's get out of here."
But then Adam's like, "Oh, what's her name? It's coming to Thanksgiving."
Yeah, very funny.
Because they start kicking the shit out of everyone.
They start fights and cause all these problems.
Yeah.
And freak everybody out. Yeah, as Blake becomes like friends with they come to an understanding now that Blake's at his own level. Like, oh yeah, we should be friends. And then they just beat the shit out of the guy. They have to run away. So that was the first one. That was from season 1. And these things are so fucking funny. It's like a million jokes a minute. Like it's hard to keep track of all these jokes. The second one I sent was Worst Generation, which was that season 3?
Yes.
Worst Generation, which is the story of that one. Let me pull that up real quick.
I had seen it before, but I had forgotten about this episode.
You forgot about this one?
Yeah, before we watched it, I had forgotten about this one.
So the main storyline of this one is Adam is starting his own workout video series.
Yes.
Called Adam Works Out with Tires. Which is just hilarious because this is right around the time where the CrossFit craze started to show up. So it's him working out with tires. Every workout involves tires. There's nothing else. Just him
just tires.
He tries to lift up a tire at one point and breaks both of his shoulders. Both of his shoulders snap because he can't lift the giant monster truck tire.
Yeah, pop him right out of joint.
Yep. So he has to go to the hospital. But problem, he doesn't have insurance anymore. Because his grandfather took him off the insurance. So they have to go see his grandpa to try to convince him to get back on his insurance so he can get his arms fixed, his shoulders fixed. And we get a great cameo here from Jordan Peele. Oh, Key and Peele.
Yeah.
Peele is also going on there in this. So Jordan Peele is the head of the nursing home or whatever. And he's awesome in this. So Adam meets up with his grandfather. His grandfather says, "You're a freeloader. I took 8 bullets up my ass in the war, so you could freeload off my ass. I'm not giving you insurance anymore." And then he shuts the door on Adam, and he can't get out of the room because his arms are both in slings. It's like, "Open the door! I can't get out." All the guys split up and like meet up with these weirdo old people. So Durs meets up.
The video.
Right. Durs meets up with. Right. Durs is doing a video series on his own, not the Adam's Workout Tires.
A True Life.
Yeah. He wants to be on MTV True Life, which also I forgot that existed. So he bumps into like an old, like sexy lady who's there.
A real cougar.
Yeah.
An old cougar.
And Blake bumps into like a weird old dude playing guitar. And that dude, I think, is from Home Improvement.
He's from a bunch of stuff, but yes, he was on Home Improvement.
He's been around a lot. So he goes, Blake bumps into him like, "Oh, did you ever play in a band?" "Yeah, I was a roadie for ZZ Top, but I just took guitar lessons last year." Adam is back on the roof. He's going to jump off the roof.
Trying to prove he's a man to his grandfather.
Yeah, to prove like I can get hurt too, even though you got shot in the ass 8 times. Well, I can jump off this roof. Durs is now trying to convince the old cougar to get on MTV True Life and like interview her about her life. And she's just trying to like come on to him. Then the guitar guy convinces Blake. He's like, "How can I help you? Like, what can we like? We should be best friends. My grandfather's dead, so what can we like? Can you be my like substitute grandfather?" And he's like, "Yeah, you can if you go steal drugs from me."
Yeah.
So Blake dresses up like an old man, puts himself in another wheelchair Blake episode, puts himself in a wheelchair and goes to pretend to fall out of the wheelchair
pretending he's an old man.
Yeah, pretending he's an old man to allow the other guy to steal the drugs. And it's a very funny scene where he's on the ground and he's not letting the nurse pick him up. And he's like, "Don't touch me. You got witch hands. You got witch hands. Don't touch me." Oh. Jordan Peele figures it all out. Catches Blake trying to steal the drugs. Catches Durs and the old lady trying to hook up. Adam flies a wheelchair off the top of the roof, and they all get kicked out. Jordan Peele's like, "No, you're out of here." Kicks them
off the roof and into the pig that they were roasting.
Right, because they're having a luau. Yeah, so they call up Jillian. They're like, "We need to have a luau for old people. Set it up, and we'll be back home with these old people." So is that Rosie?
Yes.
That's Rosie.
Oh, hey, what's up, Rosie?
Rosie, I took this away from her because she's chewing on it.
Oh, she wants a cat toy?
No, it's a ball that she's now destroyed, and she wants it.
Nice.
No.
Yeah, so they call Jillian and they ask her to set this party up. Like, we need a luau for old people. She misconstrues that, and that's where the wrestling comes in. She thought it was supposed to be a Lou Albano party.
Because his phone auto-corrected luau to Lou Albano.
Oh, right. That's right.
Like, how many times are you typing Lou Albano? Is it a couple times a week?
That's right. They text it to her, and it autocorrects to Lou Albano. And then we see excellent character that doesn't show up all the time, but when he shows up, he's hilarious. The director of all the episodes, Carl, was played by Kyle Newchek, and he's like,
yes.
Well, God damn it. You said Lou Albano, so I dressed up like Jimmy Hart. He's in the back with a megaphone dressed up like Jimmy Hart. Which is hilarious. And she's brought her entire women's hockey team.
Yes.
To this party.
As Lou Albano.
No. The thing I never understood, why does Lou Albano have that rubber band hanging off his face?
Stuck to his cheek? I don't know.
Thing going on, yeah.
Seeing her dressed up as Lou Albano was so funny, though. Yeah. Like, yeah, why would it autocorrect to Lou Albano? Well, I read it a lot. How many?
A couple times a week.
Yeah, the Russian hockey team's there. They want to have a drinking contest with the old dude who's Blake's new grandpa. And they drink like a bottle of vodka, and they're like, oh, we need to get more vodka. And he goes, no, don't worry about it. I'm just going to drink this bottle of hand sanitizer instead. Yeah. He drinks a bottle of hand sanitizer, and they're like, respect.
You win.
You win. We're not doing that. Adam, again, tries to work out with tires. It's not going well, though. Back to trying to work out tires. Durs, on the fly, switches his MTV True Life old people to MTV True Life lesbian hockey Russian players. Blake has to give CPR to his grandfather.
I literally so funny. Had just began eating lunch.
Oh my god!
Literally took the first bite of my lunch of Chobani yogurt, and I was just like,
oh my god, this is so funny. So he has to give CPR to his grandfather, but his grandfather has like a, what is that, a trach?
A tube.
A tube in his neck. So he has to give CPR to the guy's neck.
His neck.
His neck.
So gross. So very silly though. And then he says a very silly line, which is, I got your throat splooge on mine. On me. Adam just needs to get health insurance still.
Yeah.
Jordan Peele keeps catching them. He breaks up the party. He catches them again. Adam has to track down his grandfather because his grandfather makes a run for it. He doesn't want to go back to the nursing home. So Jordan Peele gives the tranquilizer gun to Adam, and he's like, I'll sort this out. It's my problem. So they have this really awkward, slow fight inside some random person's house.
Yeah,
one guy who can't move because he's old, and one guy who has no ability to use his arms because of his two broken shoulders. Eventually shoots his grandfather in the ass with a tranquilizer gun after going over a slip and slide. And his grandfather goes down and says, I'll give you your health insurance back. You've proved to me you're a man, but also I shot myself in the leg so that I wouldn't have to go to war. I've been lying for all these years. So now we're back. Adam DeMamp is fully insured. And he has a new video series called DeMamp Camp, Fully Insured. And he falls off the roof. He jumps off the roof again.
Yeah, he's trying to fly. He built cardboard wings.
Yes, right. He's trying to fly. He falls face first. And Durs is supposed to catch the footage, but he doesn't get it because he's too busy going, MTV True Life. I'm trying to get on Tosh.0. That's the second episode, which is a good one. Lou Albano.
Jillian dressed as Lou Albano was the best part of this.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that like 1 minute of Jillian as Lou Albano and Carl as Jimmy Hart. Yeah. Which I think he has like 2 lines. He just shows up like twice, just full on Jimmy Hart. All right, and the final one is 100% wrestling episode. It's called Front Yard Wrestling, which is the rent is due and it's late and the guys can't afford the rent. So they try to convince their landlord, who is Ben Stiller.
Yes.
Excellent cameo. They say, which sounds like something we would have done if we couldn't make rent. Let's just get a 30-pack, crush it, and do Family Guy impressions until he doesn't let us pay. Allows us to not pay the rent, which sounds perfect. They start talking about something. I forget what they were going to use the money for. They had like $100 left, and 2 kids just show up and steal their last $100 at the beginning. So they lost. Now they can't pay the rent, and they lost $100.
Oh yeah, they start wrestling. He's trying to like pass a boot or whatever, pass a hat.
Yeah.
Instead of putting more money in it, they just take it and go.
2 kids just steal the money. You're right. So they start wrestling in front. We find out, I forget this dude's name, but he's hilarious. One of the other coworkers. He has a cable access show on Rancho Cucamonga.
Bill. His name is Bill.
Bill.
Yes,
cable access.
That's right. Bill is a very good.
He's a great character.
He's a great character.
And he's like, the mailman like is excited to see him because he's on cable access. And we see a little bit of his show, which is, what is it? Him reviewing benches?
It's like anything that happens in Santa Monica or wherever they are.
Rancho Cucamonga.
Rancho Cucamonga, yes.
Which is hilarious because aren't the Young Bucks from Rancho Cucamonga?
Yes, they are.
So even funnier. So his show just talks about things in Rancho Cucamonga, and one episode was devoted to just what is the best park bench to sit on. And it just shows a clip of him and he's like, sits on a bench and he goes, yeah, nice bench. That's it. They start pitching. They want to get on cable access because they see this interaction. They're like, we got to get on cable access. We'll be rich. And they go, let's start pitching some shows. And Blake goes, I got a great idea for a show. Jean-Claude Van Damme's Damn Van. And they're like, we love that idea. I don't know how we do it, but we love that idea. So they decide instead they're going to make front yard wrestling.
Because anyone can do backyard wrestling.
Yes.
They're going to do front yard wrestling. Durs is kind of the one who comes up with the idea, and he becomes basically the Vince McMahon of front yard wrestling, which is very silly. He even grazed the sides of his head to look like Vince McMahon. The first show, we get the match between Blake, who's playing the character Eskimofo. Who's like ass-kicking Eskimo against just Adam.
I didn't kill. Who's he?
Nobody. He's just himself.
He's just Adam.
The joke was that he's so uncharismatic as a person. Everyone hates Adam.
Yes.
Even though he thinks he's a babyface, he's just awful. Everyone hates him. So the show, they call it Rental Mania.
Rental Mania.
So they could make money to pay for their rent. And then the show, because it's public access, is on at like 2 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning. I forget what time. So it's them. Next scene is them like staying up late, drinking beer, watching their Rental Mania show. And they're like all proud of themselves. And like, well, it's almost morning. What do you guys want to do next? And is it Blake who says, I recorded 7 episodes of Doug. You guys want to watch Doug until work starts? Yeah, sounds like a great idea. They drink more beer and watch Doug.
And what's the joke you say? And Skeeter that?
Yeah, they make a bunch of disgusting jokes about Doug.
And then when at work, they're talking about Roger Klotz.
Yep.
Yeah,
because they're talking about how hot Patty Mayonnaise is.
Yeah. They get to work. Male guy's back. He loves front yard wrestling, so they think they've made it. their coworker Bill comes over and says, like, Eskimofo is racist, you guys. That character's racist. I'm like, no way, it's not racist. And then he shows a series of videos of people being like, yo, that's racist. We don't like that. And then Blake goes, yeah, but that last one, though, she was fake. That was Lou Diamond Phillips. That was an actor. That was Lou Diamond Phillips. We finally see Ben Stiller. He shows up, and he's like, you guys can't fucking do this. You owe me rent, and now you're doing this horrible front yard wrestling. You're messing up my property. You know, what the hell are you doing? And he's like, I can't afford to have these problems. My Cold Stone Creamery franchise is tanking because Pinkberry, is it Pinkberry?
Yes.
Pinkberry is crushing me. Frozen yogurt is crushing me. I need people to go to Cold Stone Creamery. So he says they can't wrestle. And then they kind of go over their like memories. Like, I can't believe we're going to get kicked out. And one of them goes, remember our first kegger here? Nope.
No,
Nope. Absolutely not. So now we're doing our second Rental Mania show. They're just going to do it anyway. And they've changed the characters because nobody liked Adam because he was uncharismatic. And
we forgot about Jillian though, playing Vince's daughter.
Right. Vince McMahon Durs, the head of the promotion, has a daughter who's Jillian, and we'll see in a second. Adam comes out, and he's now Catum, which is a cat and Adam. Very confusing. He's just a dude who's a cat named Adam, and he's fighting Blake, who is now the E-racist, who is a character who gets rid of racism. And when he first comes out and says it, he's like, I am E-racist. And Durs goes, spread it out. Sounds like you're still a racist. Spread it out. And he's got like pictures of stuff, and he's got the two kids from the neighborhood. He's like, you have to come out with me and show that I'm not a racist, which is very silly. They fight, and the winner is gonna get to marry Jillian. So the winner,
one of the funniest bits I've ever seen in it.
What is that?
She's wearing that tank top that says, I think was she Adam's boyfriend at one point?
She was supposed to marry Adam, but nobody liked that.
Yes.
But her shirt said like Adam's penis goes here or something like that. It was an arrow pointing down. And then in the back it said here too with another arrow.
Oh my God. So they have a match. Dell shows up and he's like, yo, I told you not to have wrestling in the front yard. You're now evicted. And then they hit him with a chair and start beating him up. And then he beats them up. He like Hulk Hogan, runs wild, and he destroys them. And then he goes, these guys are out of here, and you know what? I'm gonna be serving ice cream in my Cold Stone Creamery right up the road, and you can whatever like discount was, like you can have a discount, and I'll be up there and later on today. And then they put Dell through a table to end the show.
Yes.
And then it's another clip of them at home watching it at like 4:00 in the morning, and it's them with Dell, and they're like, "Oh man, that was awesome!" Because Dell was in on it the whole time. They convinced him to come in and play this character, and they're like, "See, look, we made the rent. Like, look at all this money we made." And they give him the money, and he's like, "Yeah, that's great and all, but your rent for next month is due in 2 days. So what do you got to do about that?" And that's it. That's the end of the episode.
I do like how the whole time he's talking about how he likes Blake and Durs, but he like legitimately hates Adam.
Yeah.
I don't like you. I never liked you. I don't know why. And he keeps calling him like a nickname. He's like, I don't like you. Why are you doing it? I also like how Bill has the public access channel or the public access show at like 4 a.m.
And that's the good time slot.
They take his time slot because their show's better, and he's all pissed off, and that's why he starts outing them as racist and stuff.
He does like an expose on them.
Yeah. He does the expose. Yeah, great episode, super fun. there's many, many more episodes of Workaholics that have very small things of wrestling. Like there's a couple Stone Cold jokes in one episode.
Yeah,
there's a whole episode where I couldn't figure out which one it was, but the first part of it is they want to get home to watch Monday Night Raw, and they can't. They keep getting stopped by different things different things at work keep happening. They can't get home to watch Monday Night Raw. That's a whole episode. There's a bunch of other weird wrestling things in there.
Such a good show.
So funny. So fantastic. Great show.
So good.
Yeah. And if you go look it up, Blake actually was a backyard wrestler. He actually he talked about it on Conan. He was a backyard wrestler who had a very successful public access show in his hometown where he was actually famous for being a backyard wrestler when he was a kid, which is very silly. So that's where that episode came from. But yeah, great show.
It was a very funny show.
So funny. Still hilarious. Still so funny. Very, very raunchy, of course.
Yes.
Just like the movie, but so funny. So very funny. I was legitimately laughing very hard watching them. Like, I forgot I'm going to have to go back and watch more of these. I forgot how funny this shit was.
The one where they're doing mushrooms in the office is probably my favorite episode.
Yes, that's very funny.
What's the lady who's the boss? She's great.
She's very good.
Yeah, she's so funny.
Oh, shit. I forget her name.
A good place. She's the lady in the medium place.
Alice.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah, she's awesome because they get involved in her crap and she kind of goes crazy with them, which is super funny. But yeah, Montez might be the best supporting.
I also like Wayman.
Wayman's always good.
Wayman, he never says anything, right? He's just kind of there.
Commentary for the show too.
Yeah, he doesn't say anything. Yeah, Montez is doing commentary. I forgot to mention that. He's awesome. Montez is hilarious. There's a bunch of funny episodes about Montez where they like spy on him. There's one where they go to his house. So funny. Great show. Fantastic show. Workaholics and wrestling are very connected. So go watch Workaholics. All right. That's it. That's the end of this one. Mike, you are next, and we know what you're going to pick.
Wally's next. I think Wally's up. Let's wait and see what Wally wants to watch.
GCW Backyard Wrestling 2.
Oh, boy.
Oh, it is. And you know what I think we're going to do? I'm going to have you guys watch till you're not going to watch the main event. We'll watch that together.
What? Is that allowed?
Sure. Why can't it be?
Okay.
How long is the main event?
Oh, it's not long. Don't worry.
Okay. GCW Backyard Wrestling 2. Bill, you've been dreading this for a calendar year.
Unfortunately, I don't have that channel, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it. But
you're not going to be here next week. You have to work. Wally's people called in. They need you.
Yep.
It's going to be me and Mike talking about GCW.
Wally next week.
You're telling me a guy falling through a children's house does not intrigue you at all?
Mike said he's cutting that out.
No,
you're cutting that. You're not cutting that match out.
Cutting that. No. I'll show you the specs. But the thing is I don't know if we could. I'll have to figure it out because I don't think I could share the screen and then put that up on YouTube. But you don't put it up on YouTube.
No, we would. Just don't share the screen. We'll watch it.
But then you guys need to watch it.
We'll all watch it together at the same. We'll put it on our own screens.
We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out.
Well, heavily involved is Nick Gage for Wally.
Yeah, how much Nick Gage is there? Wally hates him.
Oh, there's a lot. Nick Gage in like a Survivor Series style match.
Oh my God. Please tell me like Tony Deppen is in there.
Tony Deppen, Alex Zane. They have matches.
Good.
They have matches.
That's good.
No, Janela's not. He's there, but he does not wrestle. Obviously, he doesn't wrestle.
Yeah.
G-Raver murdered himself.
Oh, is G-Raver?
Weirdly enough, G-Raver's I don't know if you've seen G-Raver since last year's.
Since he fell off a roof.
Yeah, I don't.
He's been injured for. I think he got hurt. Didn't he get a really bad concussion from something?
Yeah, he's
basically Dunzo from.
I don't know. That's right. At the
he got injured at a different show.
At GCW Tournament of Death, I believe.
Yeah, he's
got
like
injured at
seriously.
The
yeah, he's seriously injured from that. But yeah, he did fall off a roof last time. We saw a guy jump into a swimming pool. What else? The little stupid firecrackers that they had.
Yeah.
Is that all back?
There's cars involved this time. There's more.
There was a car last time because
there's another car this time.
Was it Jimmy Lloyd who was in the car trying to run away?
SmackDown instead.
What? No, we're watching this.
CW. Oh my God, this is going to become a tradition, unlike any other.
I would rather watch a Jake Hager show.
Just all Jake Hager matches for 3
Bill,
hours?
You are the worst.
No,
just the worst.
Backyard wrestling is the worst.
It's the best.
Are they still using the fake or their old Backyard Wrestling names too?
Yes, they use that again.
Okay, good. Is the commentary awful again?
No, it's not bad.
Okay.
It's not bad.
Yes,
who's that guy? Who's their commentary?
There's the OG Kevin Gill.
Oh, him. Oh my God.
And they've got Emilio Sparks. Also.
Okay. Oh, who's the big goober guy? Who's that like big monster?
Nasty Leroy?
No. Shit. He has a goofy name. Schlack.
Oh.
El Schlacko. Is he back?
El Schlacko is part of the main event.
Oh, no. In the main event.
El Schlacko, known possible...
possible white supremacist Schlack.
Well, this is El Schlacko.
El Schlacko. That's who he was last time, right? Because he was masked.
Yes.
So he was El Schlacko.
El Schlacko.
Holy shit. Oh, my God. I saw there's a woman now involved, Alley Cat, right?
Yeah, Alley Cat was on the show. Yep.
There's now women involved in this craziness.
Yep.
El Schlacko is in the main event. Wow.
Yep. I'll give you a look out for the Rat Tail Kid. Okay. The Rat Tail Kid.
Oh my God. Bill, it's getting worse. Every time you say something, Bill's getting more and more pissed off.
Yes.
All right, that's it. The end of this episode. We didn't talk about your birthday, Bill, but happy birthday again.
Yes, happy birthday.
Thank you.
It's not technically your birthday anymore, but happy birthday. And yeah, sorry for you. Bad birthday present. You have to watch this crap. How much are you?
I don't have the channel, so I don't see any way I can possibly watch it.
You didn't get blackout drunk. I'm officially upset. On the last show, you were required to become blackout drunk. We didn't quite get there. Maybe next week when you have to watch this crap, you will be blackout drunk.
Hopefully.
All right. Peace out.